Hey guys, let's all hope and pray, fingers crossed, that my tripod works with me today, because I've been trying to film a driving vlog for you guys for literally weeks now, and every single time my tripod just decides to be the biggest butt and just not stay still. So we're gonna hope that it works today. I have been trying to film. I feel like it's gonna move. Oh god, I'm panicking. I've been trying to film this vlog for you guys for weeks now. I just want to kind of update you guys on what's been going on with our life, where we've been, as far as weekly vlogs and videos in general have been, to be honest, and then also a vlog or an update on our whole moving situation, because I feel like I completely just abandoned you guys. Well, we abandoned you guys, left you in the dust, and you have no idea what the heck is going on. So we're gonna explain. So when I say we, I mean me. I'm gonna explain. I'm on my way to Starbucks right now to edit this video and then a couple other videos. I still have to get up our Taylor Swift vlog and our Sam Smith vlog. I asked you guys on Instagram the other day if you still wanted to see the Sam Smith vlog, because we saw Sam Smith on July 3rd, so it's been pretty much a month at this point since we saw him, so I didn't know if you guys even wanted to see it yet, but you all said yes. The only people who said no were my siblings, so shout out to you guys. But so I'm just gonna go ahead and upload it, and if you don't want to watch it, that's fine. I understand, because I don't like to watch vlogs from I hate vloggers. A lot of family vloggers are doing this thing now where they're on a huge delay, so you see their holiday vlogs and stuff weeks after the holiday, and it's super annoying. I guess with this, so it doesn't really matter, because Sam Smith is still touring, so we could have seen him yesterday, so you know what I mean. It doesn't really matter that much. I don't know why I'm still talking about it, but yeah, but that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to upload or edit some videos and schedule them to upload so that we can get some more content out for you guys, because I feel so bad. But life has been super crazy, especially with this whole moving situation. So without giving you the longest, most detailed real estate lecture, I'm just gonna in simple terms quickly try to explain to you guys what's been going on with that whole situation. So if you haven't been following us, we announced that we were moving at the beginning of May, and then at the end of May, the Memorial Day weekend, so the last weekend of May, we put our house up on the market. We sold it in 7 hours, and then we literally the next day went and put a contract in another house, got accepted, and so we had sold our house, we had bought a new house, things were going great. We just had to wait the few weeks, because obviously you don't buy a house and move in that day. You have to wait a few weeks, some legal things have to be done, loans and contracts and things like that. So we were just waiting the few weeks for all of that stuff to be done so we can move in. We were supposed to move on June 22nd, and then long story short, the guy it was a couple who was buying our house, a man and a woman, and the man, he is an independent contractor, and so he and his contract ended before they could get one of the legal documents for the house. Before they could get that, his contract had ended, and so he was technically unemployed, and therefore he couldn't get that, he couldn't get his loan or whatever, because you can't buy a house if you're unemployed, obviously. So he told us that he was going to be getting a loan or getting a new contract in the next couple of days, and then he didn't get it when he said he was going to, and then he said that it was going to be a couple more days, and basically our realtor was just I don't know, I kind of think he's stringing you guys along here. I don't think he actually has a contract in place to sign, because he already said it was going to be one day and then it wasn't. He keeps postponing it, and that just seems really sketchy to me. So if I were you guys, I would probably just drop him. So that's what my parents decided to do. They ended the contract with that couple, and we put our house back on the market, and we were still buying the house that we had bought. And this is a house that we did an empty house tour for. So if you guys missed that video, you can go back and watch it, because it's still up. But we were still going to buy that house. The people who owned that house agreed to extend our contract so that we could move into that house once we had sold our house again. And we sold our house, so we put our house back up on the market. We sold it again in less than 24 hours, and we were really excited, because we were going to not have, because the longer you wait to sell it, the longer you have to wait to move, and so that's just annoying, and we were anxious to get into our new house, and so we were excited to sell it so quickly again. And then we sold it. We were going to move on July 13th. Today is July 22nd, I think, or maybe it's the 23rd. I don't know, it's the 22nd or the 23rd. I can't remember. But we were supposed to move on July 13th. And so we had these people, they were going to buy our house, and things were going great for the first like week or two of them like doing all the legal stuff and the home inspection and everything. But then after they did the home inspection, they like the home inspection came back pretty clean. There was like some things, but like it wasn't that big of a deal, the things that were on it that my parents needed to fix or could offer to fix, because basically the way that a home inspection works, it depends on the situation, but the way our home inspection was going to work was an inspector is going to come inspect the house, determine what could be like upgraded or fixed or replaced, and then the people buying our house and my parents were going to like negotiate what my parents were going to do, and like the people were going to say, we want you to do this, and my parents could negotiate it with them. And if the people weren't happy with what my parents agreed to do, they were able to void the contract and walk away from the house. So the home inspection came back and it was pretty clean, and my parents were like, okay, we'll do X, Y, and Z on the home inspection, and they like negotiated it a little bit. And these people, the biggest thing that they wanted, they were like so insistent that the HVAC system needed to be cleaned, and my parents were like, no, it doesn't, and they weren't going to do it because they were like, we don't want to spend money to do that because it doesn't need to be cleaned, because it was like pretty new, I think. But the people were like, well, if you don't clean it, like we're gonna walk away, and we didn't want them to walk away, obviously, because we wanted them to move. So my parents were like, okay, whatever, fine, we'll clean the HVAC system. So they agreed to do that, and then after they agreed to clean the HVAC system, these people were like, well, we also don't think your deck is secure, which made no sense because we had deck stairs on our deck before we put the house up on the market, and Minnie, our dog, had eaten them and like completely ruined them, and they were also pretty old and they were just kind of like falling apart. So we had a deck contractor guy come out and do work on the deck and take the stairs off and like fix a few other things on the deck. So we knew the deck was perfectly fine because we had literally just had work done on it before we put it up. But these people were like, nope, like the deck's not secure, and they were being like super obnoxious about it. And they like went over to our house and like took pictures of like random places where they felt the deck wasn't secure, and they were being so annoying. And so my parents were like, the deck is secure, but whatever. So they had the same contractor person who did the work on our deck come out and like double check it, and the guy was like, yeah, no, like it's fine, and he like signed off that it was fine. But these people were really insistent that it still wasn't fine, and they were like, nope, like we want you to fix the deck or we're walking away. And then they were like, we're walking away because we don't really feel like your deck is secure. They were just being really annoying. Anyway, long story short, they ended up walking away from the contract, which was so ridiculous because it does not happen that two people will buy a house and then walk away from it. Like, two people will buy the same house and both of them will walk away from it for completely different reasons, but like it just looked so bad. Like, we had to put our house back up on the market for a third time, and my mom was like, this just looks so bad, because people who are like watching the market right now who are trying to move are like, why does this house just like keep coming back up on the market? Like, what is wrong with it that people are buying it and then walking away from it? Like, it was just so annoying because there was literally nothing wrong with the deck. Like, there still is nothing wrong with the deck. But these people, their last house that they had bought, they had been foreclosed on, and so they finally, like, they had been renting, and they were finally in a place where they could buy another house. And so we think that they were just being like really, really cautious. They were nervous about buying another house, and they didn't want anything to be wrong with it, and so that's why they were being like so obnoxious. But we also kind of think that they maybe decided, like, maybe we shouldn't buy a house now, or they either decided that they shouldn't buy a house yet, or that they just didn't like our house and they like had they had jumped into it too quickly, and so they were trying everything in their power to get out of the contract, and that's why they acted like the deck was like so unstable even though it wasn't. And why are these people just like going when we have a green light? So basically we think that it was like some situation like that. Like, I don't think that, I hope my window doesn't make too much noise, but my air conditioning's like too cold, but it's like too hot without it on. So I hope you can still hear me. But yeah, we basically just think like there's nothing wrong with the deck. We think they knew there was nothing wrong with the deck, and they were just being annoying trying to get out of the contract. So we ended up just letting them out of it. The only problem with that was that the people of the house that we bought, like, we had put an offer on, they wanted to put their house back up on the market this time because they were like, they're getting a divorce, and so they just kind of like want to like get rid of their house because that's like the only thing holding them still together, probably. I don't know, I just made that up because like I don't actually know these people, but like I feel like that's the case. So they were really nice about it, and they were really like understanding about our whole situation, but they were like, we just need to put our house back up on the market, like we just need to like move on with this process, and so we can't really wait for you guys to sell your house a third time to move. And so, yeah, we were like, yeah, that's totally understandable. And they said, like, if you guys sell your house and our house is still up on the market, then we will, like, go back into contract with you guys under the same conditions, like, no problem. And so my parents were like, okay, yeah, like, that's fair. We totally get it. So then they put their house back up on the market and someone bought it. So we lost that house. So the house that we did an empty house tour on and acted like we were moving into, we're no longer moving into that house. We are very upset about it because we really liked that house, but we lost it because people are stupid and don't know how to just not put contracts on houses that they don't want, and then they make up lies about your deck. I'm getting rained on. I don't know what to do. Don't you guys, does this ever happen to you where like your air conditioning's too cold but having it off is too hot? It's very annoying. Anyway, so yeah, so we lost that house, and then so we just recently, like a week ago, I think, less than a week ago, I think it was like 5 days ago, got another offer on our house and went back under contract on our house. So we do currently have people who are buying it, but we're not really like talking about it. Like no one in my family really feels like we can like get excited, like, woo, we're selling our house, because we don't really trust it due to the fact that we have had this happen twice already and both people backed out. So we are like literally, I haven't even like really said like to anyone like, oh yeah, like we're under contract, like someone bought our house, because I don't really trust it and I don't want to jinx it. So, but I probably just jinxed it just like now telling you guys. So I don't know, hopefully these people will actually buy our house. If they do go through with their contract, then they will be moving into our house on the 24th of August, I think that's the day. And then we haven't been looking at house, like we've been looking online, but we haven't gone and actually looked at any houses yet, because like I said, we don't really trust that they're gonna actually buy our house. So we're kind of waiting until we get past the inspection and past the what's it called, the appraisal and all of that stuff, to start actually like going and seeing houses again. There are a couple houses on the market right now. There are 2 houses on the market where we're trying to move that we are interested in looking at, but there's things about both of them that we don't really like, but there's things that we do like too. I don't know. The thing is that like we don't really want to settle, like, because like this is gonna be like our house, you know, so like we don't want to like settle and buy a house that we're not gonna like. But the market where we're moving is like really like, there's not very many houses. There's like probably 7 houses on the market total, and like maybe 3 that even fit some of our criteria. Like they are just not really, like it's not really a big market out there. So we're just like thinking either one of these houses, because with the house that we were gonna buy, the house that we did the house tour on, we had seen that house online before we even put our house up on the market, and we were all like, nope, like, because it didn't have a finished basement and it didn't have a fenced-in backyard, and those were 2 of our big things that we wanted. So we were all like kind of like didn't really give it a second thought, but then our realtor like was like, no, like I think you guys should go see it. So we saw it and fell in love with it. So my mom was like, well, because these 2 houses that we're looking at, like they both have things we don't like, but she's like, I feel like we have to go actually see them in person to determine if we're really gonna like them or not, because like pictures, like the pictures are good, but like you can't really tell by pictures how a house actually is. So that's what we're gonna do. And probably in like a couple weeks, when we like feel pretty secure that these people are going to actually buy our house, we will go like make appointments and go look at those houses. But yeah, if they're still even on the market at that point and no one has bought them. But yeah, or maybe another house will come up on the market. We don't really know, but that's kind of where we stand in that whole situation right now. It's super frustrating. It's just been like a crazy couple of months trying to sell this house. Like this normally doesn't happen to people. Like most people get a contract on their house, buy another house, everyone's excited, we're gonna move, but like we can't even be excited anymore because like we just don't trust anything anymore. Yeah, so that's kind of what's been going on with that whole situation. So unfortunately, we are not moving into that house, the house we did the empty house tour on. I'm gonna leave the video up just because, I mean, there's really no reason to take it down. And then when we actually buy another house that we're actually gonna move into, I will do an empty house tour on that house too. And we'll just have 2 empty house tours, and one will be some random house that we don't own, and one will be the house we actually live in. So that's kind of what's going on with that. So can you stop braking? There's no one in front of you. So, yeah, that's kind of where we stand with the whole moving situation. So we're currently still living with my grandparents, and we're going to be staying there until we move, obviously, which won't be until like September, because we don't even sell our house until the end of August. So by the time we buy a new house, that house we won't be ready to move into until September probably, which sucks because we were supposed to move in June, but it is what it is. But that's kind of why we have kind of like put a hold on YouTube for a little, like kind of like we've still been vlogging and uploading here and there over the summer, but we had like plans to upload twice a week over the summer and stuff, and it just hasn't been working out. Like to film SFT 7 Fabulous Teens every single week is a struggle enough. Just like trying to film for our channel as well is just like too much. Like we just can't handle it. So I'm really sorry about that. It kind of sucks because like summer is like a good time to be putting out like so much content and really working on our channel, and that's what we normally like to do. But our whole summer has kind of just been put on hold because we just don't really know what's going on with like our whole moving situation, and then just living with my grandparents. It's kind of like we just don't have like our normal lives. We were supposed to go to Hershey Park for Katelyn's 16th birthday. That's what we did for my 16th birthday and our sister Leanna's 16th birthday. And so for Katelyn's birthday, we were going to do the same thing. We go to Hershey Park for the day, stay in a hotel that night, and then go again the next day. And like we always have so much fun. And we had my birthday and Leanna's 16th birthdays back to back, and then we had a year or 2 years. I think we had 2 years before Katelyn's 16th birthday. So we were all really looking forward to going back to Hershey Park. But then that kind of just got put on hold because we thought the days that we were going to be moving were the days that we were going to go. And then like my mom, for her job, she has to go to New York for a week for like a conference. So that like takes a whole week out of our summer. And then we're also going to the beach at the end of August, or like middle of August. So we couldn't go that week either. So just the times that we were able to go got limited, and then things just kept moving around and changing. So now it's looking like we're not really going to be able to go. We might be able to go in September, because they're open. I think they're open through the end of September, but I'm not entirely sure. But they're open a little bit in September. So my mom's like, we might be able to make time to go then, but we don't really know. So that'll kind of suck if we can't go. Like, if we can't, TJ turns 16 next year, so I don't know if he's going to want to go to Hershey Park too or not. But the deal is either, like, we can do something fun, like go to Hershey Park, or you can get, like, a big present, because we're not going to have, like, a whole sweet 16, because we're not, like, rich. But, so Caitlin was trying to decide if she wanted to go to Hershey Park, or if she wanted to get a trampoline since we were moving, and so that would be like her big present. But now like we don't even have a house, and like my aunt got Katelyn a new bed, or is gonna get Katelyn a new bed for her birthday, but like she can't even get it yet because Katelyn's birthday was June 19th. She can't even get it yet because we don't have a house. And then our other aunt was gonna get TJ a basketball hoop for his birthday. Well, is gonna get TJ a basketball hoop for his birthday, but like again, she can't even get it because we don't even have a house. Like it's just so frustrating, this whole situation. But yeah, that's kind of where we stand with that whole thing. So that's why our summer's just been kind of like a wreck. Like, not even gonna lie, like this summer has kind of like, it's not been awful, but it's kind of sucked at the same time because it's just like, it's just a mess. But yeah, so as far as like moving videos and everything like that goes, most of our house is packed up already, so we don't really have any packing videos to do. All of our stuff is either at my aunt and uncle's house or it's at my grandparents' house. So we'll probably do, when we eventually get to move, we will do another empty house tour, and then probably some unpacking vlogs, and then obviously like room tours and stuff like that. That's probably gonna be the extent of our moving vlogs because it just like, yeah, things just did not go the way that we had like originally envisioned them going. So that's kind of that whole situation. Yeah, but I'm really sorry that we kind of left you guys like just hanging, like you didn't know where we were or what was going on. I'm going to try to update you guys more on Twitter, just like, not just with the moving situation, but just everything in our life. So if you guys want to follow us on Twitter, please do so. I actually need to change it on our end screen and in our description because it has our old Twitter on it. If you don't know, a few months ago, like at the beginning of this summer, Katelyn went to put in her birthday, because you know how you can put your birthday in on Twitter and then on your birthday, like, balloons fly up over your Twitter page. So Katelyn went to put in her birthday, and for some reason that like triggered Twitter, and then they were like, didn't believe that she was over 13, which makes no sense because she just turned 16 and I just turned 20. So it doesn't even matter which one of us has like our birthdays in it because we're both over 13, like well over 13. So it was really weird. And then I tried to like contact Twitter. I tried to email them. I tried to call, well, I didn't try to call them, but I tried to email them. I DM'd them like their Twitter support, and like both their email and their Twitter support like Twitter page told me that they were like unavailable and they couldn't help me. I don't know. And then I got an email that said that they still, and so we had to like send in a government issued ID to prove our age. So Katelyn sent in a picture of hers, and then they still didn't believe that she was over 13. And then they emailed us and said that they couldn't like prove our age, so they were gonna just deactivate our whole Twitter account. It was really weird. I don't really know how that happened, but we started a new Twitter, so it's Katelyn and Kylie because Katelyn and Kylie was already taken. So if you, I'll put it up on the screen, and I'll try to remember to change that on the end slate and in the description. But you guys should go follow us over there because I want to try to update you guys more over there. I'd also like to start doing more, like I did a poll on our Instagram story, and I was like, that's like a good way to like ask you guys like what you want to see and stuff. So I want to do that both on Instagram and on Twitter. So make sure you go follow us on our social media so that you can like stay updated with that kind of thing. And I'll try to, Katelyn's not going to try to update you guys because let's be honest, if you've been watching this for a while, you know Katelyn, she doesn't do anything productive for this channel, but but I will try to update you guys with stuff, and then at the very least we'll like post pictures and stuff on Instagram. So you guys should just go follow us over there.